You threaten to kill a police officer, you threaten all of us.
New at 11, Detroit Police Chief James Craig one-on-one on the dangerous year it's been for police officers.
Tonight he's talking about how that deadly violence across the country and here at home is very real for his own.
Carolyn Clifford sits down with him and explains who and what may be to blame.
When it comes to crime in the city of Detroit, Detroit Police Chief James Craig does not mess around. He agreed to do a one-on-one interview with me about what he thinks about the rise in deadly violence against the men and women in blue and what we as a community can do about it.
The videos being seen across America, police shooting unarmed citizens, are downright frightening. Too many images, too many cases. But equally as disturbing are videos of our men and women in blue being gunned down for no apparent reason.
We've had 3 line-of-duty deaths in just 3 months.
In October, Officer Myron Jarrett. In September, Sergeant Kenneth Stile. And this month, Wayne State University officer Colin Rose was killed on campus.
Very different time, not one that I have, frankly, witnessed in my law enforcement career.
It angers Detroit Police Chief James Craig, whose own life was threatened by a man who spray-painted killed James Craig on the side of a building in Detroit.
When you threaten to kill a police officer, you threaten all of us.
The charges against the man who threatened Chief Craig's life were reduced and did not include charges for the threat.
It sends the wrong message, I believe, to those who want to harm police officers, who want to threaten to kill police officers.
Chief Craig also believes had the officer being threatened not been working in Detroit, the outcome in court likely would have been different.
If this were Oakland or Macomb counties, would it have been the same response? I will tell you it would not have been. I firmly believe that in my heart.
According to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, 64 police officers have been shot and killed in the line of duty this year. Chief Craig believes there is an underlying reason those numbers are rising.
Certainly a lot of it coming out of the mouths of some members of Black Lives Matter and the impact that has had, and what I'd say is the empowering effect on suspects who wish to harm police officers.
Many in the Black Lives Movement would be quick to disagree with Chief Craig, who 8 years ago lost his own best friend, who was the first LAPD SWAT officer killed in the line of duty.
Black men are more likely in any city in America to be killed by a black man. That's factual. So if we want to talk about Black Lives Matter, let's talk about the other issues surrounding.
Across the nation, 708 people have died at the hands of police, according to FBI stats. Chief Craig says in Detroit, it's been just under 2 years since DPD has had an officer-related shooting, but he says social media can paint a much different picture.
But there's a different dynamic today. Social media platform, the internet, certainly, if it happens in Los Angeles, it touches Detroit.
When asked about solutions, Chief Craig was quick to point out he's fortunate. Since he's taken over DPD, the relationship with the community has improved greatly.
Do you talk to or talk at the community, or do you talk with the community? Are we coming together and finding solutions? And what that does is foster trust.
And he's not afraid to point the finger of blame in his direction.
And when the bad thing happens, and it will happen, they just want to know, what are you going to do? And if you have a capital of trust built up, it doesn't mean they're going to like the outcome or the situation, but at least they have a certainty that this police department, this police chief, are going to be transparent and they're going to do the right thing. They're not going to shade the truth. They're not going to hide from it, because once you do that, you lose all credibility.
Chief Craig says the biggest solution to ending the violence is still community policing, where neighborhood residents know their officers and officers know their residents. Here's hoping 2017 is a safe one. Carolyn Clifford, Channel 7 Action News.
That's a great interview to get you thinking and talking. Share that with your friends. It's at WXYZ.com. Forward it on to them by Facebook or whatever. Let them see what's going on. Let them talk about it.
Very powerful message.